Hi guys, so sorry if it looks like dark or too bright at any point in the video, but there's a lot of like sunlight directly behind me and I'm trying to block it with the curtains, as you can see, but it's really hard to actually keep it all out, so sorry if you get any random like glare. But yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of a video just talking about my plans for Nanowrimo and my general plans. I was going to do the Nanowrimo tag and then I realised I could just talk about it because I probably will do that at some point, but I haven't actually fleshed out the idea yet. I have a little bit, but like basically I've over the last few months, like going away and that, I got this little pink notebook and it says be careful or you'll end up in my novel on it, and I got it from this really cute little like shed like store in someone's garden, right near a pub in Edinburgh, well actually towards Loch Lomond, on a day trip. It was back in my vlog sort of thing a few months ago from May. But yeah, that was a really good trip, but I bought this little like pink notebook from there and I'd been writing down story ideas and I was having a look through the other day and I was thinking I really want to do NaNoWriMo again. I don't know how it's going to work because this is the first time that I've had to do Nano where um, I'm going to be going to London back 3 days a week. I've also got other stuff going on next week. Well, not next week because Nano hasn't started yet. But like, do you know what I mean? Like very very soon, I'm going to have a lot going on. Um, so yeah, I have other tour dates for the Sapphire that I'm working for. It's a charity that wants to help young people. I've been doing it for about 3 months now, which is crazy. And I'm hoping that soon my actual internship is going to end and I'm going to become like a permanent staff member, hopefully a manager, because I'm the lecturer manager, which is really really cool and a cool title to have. But yeah, so I run the book blogs. I run like organising like the book reviews. I've been organising a book tour. Um, Writing workshops are starting next week. We're supposed to have an event tomorrow in Manchester, but that got postponed because of travel logistics. Just didn't really work out. So we are going to be doing the final event on hopefully on the 1st of November if we can finish, which obviously is the first day of NaNoWriMo, so that is going to be fun. Because that'll be from 6 till 9, and I'll probably be at work before that as well. So I might, I'm not sure how I'm going to get a good start at Nano. I might have to do that in the morning or on the train or something. But I think, yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm going to work it this year, but I'm going to try my best as I normally do because I've won it for the last 2 years, I think. And definitely tried it before that, like a few years, but yeah. So the idea I had was for a a young adult contemporary novel. I don't write contemporary, but I was very drawn to this idea when I found it looked back through it in my notebook, and I think it's probably because of the stuff that I've been doing with Sapphire, like helping young people. Um, so I found it really interesting. I was thinking of like a book club type thing, type setting in a library or something, um, for like young homeless teenagers, and that there would be obviously issues getting that together. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a way to hold my phone. Um, so I'm gonna have maybe a group of young teenagers that will all become really good friends. And like I'm probably take inspiration from books like from books, but also from a show called on Netflix called Trinkets, which is not obviously homelessness, but has like a group of people that have been shoplifted basically, and they all go to this group to try and like get out of the habit and try and help each other. And but the friendships kind of thing is what I'm going for with that. Like so I have a load of different people from different like really like different types of backgrounds. I think this idea has come from one of the recent things that I've realised about Sapphire is that they aim to prevent homelessness, or at least help like diminish it a little bit. So they have a women's shelter, and we recently went there, and we were supposed to do workshops. It didn't really work out, but it kind of got me thinking about like just different people in different situations and how they might end up in that like, you know, scenario. And I think I can get a lot of inspiration from Sapphire in general, so I think it would be a really good idea for a novel and for like my first contemporary, because whenever I try to write contemporary, I never stick at it. I can't seem to write it to save my life. Like I admire reading it sometimes, but I generally read and write fantasy, which is probably why. Like, I've probably got stuck to the darker stuff, and I just can't get away from doing that now, and the big worlds and stuff like that. So I think that is probably the problem, but I'm gonna try. And yeah, it will have some really kind of like nasty themes behind it, because obviously really tragic things that will have happened to these people and their stories. And yeah, I was really inspired by the book tour that I've organised, just more so by the actual people, the authors that came along, because a lot of them were people that Jasmine, my founder, our charity's founder, knew some authors or some people that had been writing like poetry books. I found a couple of authors as well through Yauk, which was pretty cool. We're hoping to get YouTube videos up about them so you could see all the footage, hopefully. But I was really inspired by a lot of the stories, because there were some really horrible stories, basically, a lot of things that had happened to these authors, and that's what had triggered them to write about these things. And I just found all of their stories really inspiring, and I think it would just be interesting to write a story about lots of different young people coming together, and hopefully changing their lives through literature, which is what our charity, one of the things our charity aims to do, alongside like events and media and other things as well, like a talk show, radio shows, things like that. But literature side of things is my side of the charity. So yeah, I'm rambling a bit, but that's what my idea is at the moment. I haven't fleshed out my characters or the conflict that's going to come from it yet, but I'm really excited to go into it. But I'm really excited for it. I just haven't really thought about it yet, because I've been concentrating on this tour and on my Sapphire work and on editing my first novel, Heart of Silver, which is another thing I'll kind of go into. One of the authors, or quite a few of the authors at the tour, were self-published or traditionally published, and the self-published authors and all these different authors just really got me thinking about different ways to get my book out there. So I'm kind of considering self-publishing more than I used to consider it. Like, I never really thought it was like my thing. I always was just so set on going down the traditional route. But yeah, I'm opening up to it a lot more. I don't know how it works, so that would be something that I'd look into once my book is ready, or once I think my book is ready. But I'm editing my first novel, and I told them about it at the tour, and they really enjoyed like the premise. So that kind of gave me some more inspiration to, and more like motivation to do it and think about it. And yeah, but I'm not sure. Either that, or I might go down like the independent publishers route, or I might just make sure I query it again, because this was actually the first novel I've ever got that got full requests from, or you know, got really good responses. It was like the first one. I've even got a tattoo for it, but you can't really see it. I suppose you can kind of see it on my arm here. You can see her face a little bit there, and she's holding her heart because she's a teenage android. But yeah, so I'm editing that novel at the moment. She's basically a young girl called Silver who, with her friends, when she hears her parents and the guy that built her, because she's an android, created her, talking on the phone on her 16th birthday, she ends up taking her two best friends and goes off to a city called Amory, which is supposed to be like a futuristic version of New York. Like, New York was destroyed, that a lot of like these big cities around the world have kind of developed twin cities, like redeveloped versions of them, and their histories of the old cities might have gone, or they just basically, there was another war in my story, and my behind my world building. So New York was unfortunately destroyed, but Amory has become its like next step, its twin city. So it's very similar, but it's also very well developed. And so they go there basically, and they try to find the guy that created her, Michael Ferguson, and she wants to get him to change her and make her human, because she's developed all of these like superhuman abilities, things like that. So a bit like you see in the Marvel movies. But yeah, it's a really good fun novel to write. And I know that when I was writing it before, I went into a lot of these different types of abilities, and now like in my edit that I'm doing at the moment, I've just started slowly like developing the abilities that she gets, like more so along the line, like beforehand, so that I can flesh it out well, so that I can give it a chance to like, you know, like develop itself. But I'm really enjoying how it's going, and I can't wait to have it finished. I'll probably keep going with this edit, doing another few edits, and then look into cover designers and things like that, which is another thing that I was really inspired by the book tour that people were talking about, going onto a website like called Fiverr, which is where they have, I've also seen adverts for it along on the tube. They have like freelance artists that you can pay to design things for you, so could be worth something looking into. But yeah, because I think Jasmine, the founder, she's also written 8 books and is writing her 9th, I think, and she's self-published them as well. So that's why she was wanting to impact people's lives through this book tour. So it's really good, and I'm really enjoying my time at Sapphire. Haven't had much motivation at the minute, so I've been a bit tired and drained and down the last week, but hoping to get up there a little bit again. Next month I also have a singing show, which I've been working towards since the beginning of this year, probably like February time, which is crazy. So I go to a company called Sing and Perform, and it's a choir, and we just do like all the latest songs, old songs, and we've got a show on November 17th, called like a Motown show, themed show, so Motown themed songs, which I'm really looking forward to. It's at Stantonbury Theatre, and the doors will open about 5 o'clock, I think, on a Sunday. So yeah, it's really good, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm just kind of going with things and seeing what happens. But yeah, there's so much going on, and I'm just really excited about it. I'm just trying to juggle everything all at once. But yeah, that's kind of the update from now, guys. I think I'm gonna do some editing now, because I just saw Maleficent at the cinema. It was so good, and it's given me some inspiration to sit down and do some editing on Heart of Silver and try and get the novel there. And then yeah, probably have a chill out day tomorrow as well, before the week starts again. So I will talk to you guys very soon, and thank you for watching. Bye.